Just for the record, and the reason I guess I want all of the citizens to know why we're so adamant about this budget and what's going on. May 12, 2021, a resolution was passed. The following persons are hereby authorized to be added as signatories for all city accounts: Mayor Tiffany Henyard, Village Clerk Allison King. Any prior signatories or individuals authorized and hereby removed from the accounts, prior authorization is revoked. Number of signatures required are a combination of both signatures. After approval of payment by the village board, each check shall be signed by the mayor and the clerk. We have a $500,000 check signed by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Y'all wonder why we worried about the money? This is why we worried about the money. $561,000 check with one signature on there. It's a problem. That means that money is being spent, and after, we don't find out till after the check's been cashed. That's why we up here complaining about it.
Okay, so hey there, besties. Can we revisit this? Can we please revisit this silly, crazy issue with the $500,000 check? Now, I'm not saying that it's silly, but I have questions. Now, allegedly, what Big Tiff did, allegedly, was only signed on her own, which is what Kiana showed us here. Even though the checks are supposed to have two people's signature on it, the clerk key and Tiffany Henyard if you're writing a check. Allegedly, Big Tiff wrote a check for $500,000+, or it was issued or approved or whatever happened. And she took it to the alleged check cashing place where the check cashing dude ended up cashing that check and allegedly other checks that she came in there with. All right. Now, the man said that basically Tiff potentially allegedly was intimidating him, having the police follow him, blah 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 blah. It could be true. It may be true. So here we are now, almost a year later from when I believe he got raided, closed down because the check cashing place is shut down. Tiff is still the mayor. Tiff is still doing what Tiff want to do. We see on YouTube during the meetings that her and the clerk don't get along. So I just don't see her going to the clerk saying, "Can you please sign this?" Right? Okay. What happened to the $500,000? Is this the same $500,000 that allegedly was used to pave the daggone road that people are saying was the mama's driveway? Since they took down the check cashing dude that cashed it, did they check with the bank? Did anyone call the bank and say, hello, you're not supposed to authorize this. There's a two-person signature that's required, and for some reason, you allowed this check to go through. Did you return it? So that would be my question. They should be able to have that money back by this time. Because if the bank allowed that check to go through and didn't stop it knowing that it needed two signatures, that would be additionally on the damn bank and they would owe that money back. Did anybody look into that? Has anybody heard anything? Because I feel like with all these stories that come out and come out and come out, is there ever any resolution to anything? So while people want to wait for the FBI to come through and do their thing, and the FBI came through and did their thing when it came to this check cashing dude, right? They came, they saw, they conquered. He on up out of there. Allegedly, he was running off at the mouth, telling on Big Tiff, telling on what he did, how he did it, why he did it, blah, 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 blah. Because of course he's trying to get himself out of trouble. But the odds are that he was also allegedly doing other things for Big Tiff with regard to money and accepting checks. But I want everyone to remember there's a bank at the end of that check. And if they're allowing it, then they could be complicit. I want to know if anyone filed a claim to that bank to say, you authorized this incorrectly and we want our money back. $500,000 is a lot of daggone money to just let slide and go on by. I'm just saying, do the trustees know about how, financially who's liable, who actually, did the lawyer tell them? Did the lawyer say, "Oh yeah, just go to the bank and file a claim because this is fraud and you should be able to get your money back"? Now, I don't know if it holds to the $250,000 amount of the insurance because it's technically, I would assume, a business account. But the point is that I would still be going to them because they allowed it to go through, allegedly, if that's what happened. I just want to know if there's someone that's advising them on some actions that can and should be taken in order to try to correct what's allegedly going wrong. And this happened to come up in the feed, and I'm like, wait a minute, whatever happened with this? There's a lot of information, as we know, coming out of Dalton. But there's some things that are just in my mind, this could be fixed by now. And that's a lot of money that could come back for a town that's in the, what is it, the red or the black? The red, I think, is what it is. They're negative, the lawsuits, she's spending money frivolously. And is she still doing that? Since she's still throwing bingo, which everyone thought was canceled, who paying for it? Because Big Tiff allegedly ain't gonna be paying for it. She gonna go straight to the daggone kitty and go ahead and use what it is she needs to use. So does she have another check cashing spot to go to now? Or is she even still writing checks? That would be a question. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming not. And on the upcoming agenda, it looks like there's a concern with credit cards. Finally, like I feel like something like if she's been spending recklessly, why wouldn't they have stopped her usage of credit cards long ass time ago, or put a limit on it, or contacted that bank and said blah 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 blah? Like I feel like there's a lot of holes in some of this stuff that people are not paying attention to, and maybe we just don't have the information. So for anybody that might know, I got questions. Anybody got answers? I'm just trying to see if anything has been resolved at this point. But y'all let me know what you think, especially if you know. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you all in the next one.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
You're going to jail.
You're going to jail, Gatto. Unask that seat. Unask that seat. Unask that seat.
To express my deepest gratitude to Tiffany Henya and her team for their commendable efforts to better our community.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. Dumb ass, say it.